is Sydney, and welcome to this class. This is going to be a gentle flow for your period. If you're carving out time in your day during your bleed right now, just take a second, give yourself some kudos. I'm super happy to share this practice with you. I'm going to keep it pretty slow and low to the ground for this class. If you want to light a candle, put on your comfiest clothes, and we'll go ahead and get started. To begin, let's meet on our backs. And as you recline, you have a few options. You're welcome to start in a full Shavasana, let your arms and legs reach long. If you'd like a bit of a hip opener to begin class, bring the soles of the feet together, finding Supta Baddha Konasana. Let the knees fall wide, and an option to bring the hands to rest just over your womb space. You might tuck the shoulders a bit further underneath you and begin to settle in. Let your eyes fall closed. On your next inhale, start to breathe into the low belly. Feel your abdomen rise. Exhale, open mouth, sigh everything out. Beautiful. 2 more just like that. Inhale, low belly fills with a breath. Exhale, sigh everything out. Feel your shoulders grow soft. 1 more inhale, the deepest breath you've taken yet today. Feel your hands gently lift with the breath. And exhale, release. As your breath returns to its natural rhythm, I want you to just start to get curious. So can you tap into the sounds that you can hear around you? Can you feel the texture of the comfortable clothes on your skin? Just starting to coax your awareness into this space. On your next inhale, fill the low belly again, a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, can you soften the physical body even more? Feel the shoulders melt, the jaw slackens. And let your awareness wander down all the way into the space between your hips. If you're taking this class, you might be on your bleed or about to start it. And I'd like to offer a gentle theme or intention for class today of stillness, as well as inner connection. So this time during your bleed is sacred. It's a really beautiful time for rest. So I invite you first to just begin to notice the sensation between your hips. And whatever it is, seeing if you can observe it with just a little curiosity. Whatever you're feeling in this moment is okay. Good. Again, take an inhale, breathe into your womb space. Exhale, open mouth, soften around it. So we inhale, notice, send your awareness down into your womb space. Exhale, soften. Finding this really divine inner connection. Good. And I'd like to offer that whatever you're feeling today, however you showed up on your bleed, is totally fine. There's absolutely no expectations on your body during this class. You can modify and adjust as you need. And if you're ready to explore some really gentle, compassionate movements, start to close the knees together like a book. Good. We'll let the hands release down by your sides and then scoot your feet to the wide edges of your mat. Feel your low back here just press into the earth, a gentle engagement of your core. And as you exhale, relax the abdomen. Take an inhale, fill the low belly. As you exhale, let the knees gently drape over to the left. A wide-legged windshield wiper, really gentle spinal rotation. And then we'll inhale, lift the knees through center. And exhale, sweep them over to the right side. Good. Starting to move with your breath, the inhales lift the knees and your exhales drape them over to the other side. Nice. So throughout this whole class, there's no rush. Your slowness and your stillness is so sacred. Noticing the sensations. When you're ready, let the knees come back through center. We're going to move super gently here. Roll on to either side in the fetal position. You can use your bicep as a pillow. And then slowly press your way up to a seat. Really nice. Meet me in Sukhasana, easy seat towards the middle of your mat. We're going to extend the right leg long in front of us. Keep the left foot drawn in. Good. Keep a micro bend in the right knee as you inhale, arms sweep overhead. Feel the core gently engage. And as you exhale, we twist towards the left knee. Right hand catches the bent leg, left hand plants behind you. On an inhale, feel the crown of your head gently reach up towards the sky. Exhale, deepen into your twist. So our practice here during this class is to keep bringing our awareness back to the sensations in our body. This really intuitive inner connection. Nice. As you inhale, arms come overhead. Square your belly over the right thigh, and as you exhale, we lower the fingertips to plant. Now, this doesn't have to be a super deep stretch. You can tent the fingertips, keep a micro bend in the right knee, and as you inhale, feel a length tickle up your spine. As you exhale, we soften to any amount. A really gentle hamstring stretch. Good. Staying here with this little rhythm of the breath. We inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, soften. This ebb and flow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Good. On your next inhale, walk the hands back towards the hips. Plant the left hand behind your left hip. Sweep the right arm up and open, finding a stargazer. Hips lift, the right shoulder pours open. Beautiful. As you exhale, soften everything back down. We'll switch it out. Right leg in, left leg long. If you're taking this class and you're like bleeding out and you're feeling any certain type of way, just take a moment to recognize that you carving out this time during your bleed is totally sacred. And whatever you're feeling is okay. All right, meet me in a seat. Left leg is long, right foot is in. Let's inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Feel this length in your spine, and as you exhale, twist. Left hand catches right knee, right hand plants behind you. Now in the seated twist, you can think about twisting from the belly first, then maybe the shoulders, and then maybe the gaze. The shoulders are stacked over the hips. Start to just get curious here about how your spine is feeling. Inhale, reach the crown of your head a millimeter higher. Exhale, deepen the twist. Fantastic. Inhale, fingertips reach overhead. Square the belly over the left thigh. And we exhale, fold to any amount. You can tent the fingertips. So we're not trying to contort our body into any certain shape today. We're just arriving as we are in this stillness, this really divine personal connection. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, soften the belly a little more. Good. Ebbing and flowing with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. One more time. Inhale, lengthen the spine a tiny bit. Exhale, release, belly closer to the thigh. Beautiful. Inhale, fingertips creep and crawl back towards the hips. Plant the right hand behind your hip. Left arm peels up and open as we lift for stargazer. Feel this opening across the front of your hip, the front of your heart space. Good. As you exhale, soften everything back down. We'll cross at the ankles and pour forward. Meet me in a tabletop. All right. In your tabletop, stack the wrists under the shoulders. Knees are under your hips. Spread your fingertips wide here. Take a second. Maybe let the eyes fall closed. Let your awareness wander back down into the space between your hips. What sensations do you notice? As you inhale, melt the belly down towards the earth, shoulders peel, open, gaze lifts, find your cow. Exhale, cat, round in, gaze to your navel, puff the shoulders up behind you. Good, starting to move with your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Beautiful. Continue with these cats and cows at your pace. And I invite you here at the top of each inhale and the bottom of each exhale. Can you pause for a moment in that stillness? Notice the spaciousness. And then as the breath naturally comes, let the movement ride the wave. Good, you can stay with these cats and cows or start to just explore some intuitive movement, some barrel rolls of the spine. Let this get super organic. Good, honoring any sensations in your body today. Everyone's bleed looks and feels a little different. And whatever your unique experience is information. It's power. Good. When you're ready, meet me back in stillness. Keep the right knee planted. Shoot your left toes straight out to the side. So your left toes will point forward here. You can stay in stillness or start to rock front and back. You create a little bit of space in the left hip. You can stay with this front and back or start to bend into the left knee. Send your hips over and then back. Good. Let this become completely intuitive. Maybe you close the eyes and start to just get curious. Really nice job. One more round of breath. Good. Gently come back through center. Plant the left toes straight behind you. Keep the toes planted on the earth. Find a little rock and press. Calf stretch into the left leg. Good. Our goal here is slowness, stillness where we can. Good. Maybe it feels good to press into the left toes, slightly lift the right knee, creating a little more sensation in the calf, and then soften it back down. Good. When you feel ready, plant the left knee, and we'll switch it out to the opposite side. Right toes extend long out to the side. Option to stay here or find your gentle rock and press front and back. Noticing the sensation in the right groin and the right hip. Stay here or start to pour into a bend in the right knee and back to center. If you can hear my joints popping, it's all good. Just a little extra crunch and texture today in my body during my bleed. I'm also bleeding right now too. So I'm right here with you. You are not alone. Good. When you're ready, come back to stillness. We're going to step the right toes straight to the back of the mat. Keep the right toes planted. Heel is pressing into the wall behind you. Good. Option to stay here or start to press into the left toe. Right toes, lift the left knee. Find a little extra sensation. And then back down. Fantastic. When you feel ready, the right knee comes back to plant. Step your knees super wide. Bring your big toes together to touch and let your belly just nestle back between your thighs for Balasana or Child's Pose. Your forehead rests gently down to the mat. Reach your fingertips long towards the top, and as you exhale, soften everything down a little further. Good. Pausing here in your Child's Pose. As you inhale, can you feel the back body expand with your breath? As you exhale, soften back into the space between your hips. Let your belly grow soft. Let it take up space. As you inhale, breathing into this sacred interconnection, this sacred stillness. As you exhale, melt even deeper into that stillness. Really nice job. You have 2 more rounds of breath here. Can you let them be so nourishing? Beautiful. At your own time, moving so slowly here, start to roll and ripple forward. We're going to meet on our bellies. Send your legs long. Meet me with your forehead kissing the earth. Plant the palms underneath the shoulders. As you exhale, empty everything out. And on your inhale, peel just the heart off of the earth, finding Bhujangasana, baby cobra. So our gaze is facing down. We have little to no weight in the hands. And then exhale, soften everything back to the earth. Option to stay here. Maybe lower a cheek to the mat and let yourself just surrender in this prone position. If you'd like to add in the hips a bit, draw the left knee up. Finding a one-legged frog pose or Ekapada Mandukasana. Your knee is in line with the hip, the ankle is in line with the knee. You can pause here. Maybe the arms send long out to the sides. Can you soften the glutes? Soften the jaw. Forehead can lower down. Maybe plant either cheek down to the mat. Option to stay here. If you'd like to explore a gentle back bend, start to tent the fingertips. They're planted wide to the edges of the mat. And as you inhale, we peel the heart to any amount. Exhale, soften back down. Beautiful. Slide the left leg down to meet the right. And then we switch it out. Right knee draws up in space. Find your Ekapada Mandukasana. And then your variation with the hands and the head. This really gentle hip opener here. Can you soften the glutes? Soften the jaw. Good. Stay here, or option on the next inhale to plant the fingertips wide, tent the hands. Peel the heart off of the mat to any amount, finding a baby back bend. And then exhale, soften everything back down. Slide the right foot down to meet the left. We'll plant the hands, making your journey through a really gentle tabletop. Beautiful. With the hands planted, walk them one palm print forward. Tuck your toes. Send the hips up and back for our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Don't worry, we won't be here long. We're going to take the feet super wide, so almost like your big toes are on the very edges of your mat. Can bend the knees a lot. Let the belly soften and melt the belly back towards the thighs. Good. Take an inhale, press into the first pad of your fingertips. Exhale, sigh everything out. Good. On an inhale, bend the knees, start to walk the hands back towards your toes at the back of the mat. We find a wide-legged forward fold. So in this Uttanasana, our knees are at a generous bend. The feet are really wide, and we're just letting the belly nestle between the thighs. The head is heavy, and an option to find ragdoll with the hands. You might rock side to side. What sensation do you notice in your body? Can you get super present with it? Good. One more inhale. Exhale, soften. Lower the hands to the mat. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat. We're going to meet back in our wide-legged downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Fantastic. On your next inhale, take your time. We'll slowly walk the feet back together, prepping for one final round of hip openers with our pigeon. As you exhale, lower the left knee to the top of the mat at the left wrist. Scooch the right toes back in space. Fantastic. Now, if you have any props here, you're welcome to grab onto them. You can tuck a pillow under your stomach, maybe blocks under your hands. Take a peek at your back leg. See that it's straight behind you. On an inhale, puff up across the collarbones, and as you exhale, option to melt. Soften the belly. Slacken the jaw. Now in this pigeon pose, can you let all of your awareness wander down into your hip crease? Does that sensation have a color? Does it have a texture? With each inhale, can you breathe into it? And with each exhale, soften around it. This time during your bleed, we are quite cracked open to our own sacred power, to this like raw life force energy that all people who bleed have. And to access that, to find any information, oftentimes we need to find stillness first. So take a moment, just check in. Are there any messages from your body? One more deep, full inhale. Exhale, sigh everything out. Really nice. Moving so slowly here, plant the hand. Start to work your way out of this pigeon. We'll tuck the right toes. Send the left leg back. Option for a three-legged tabletop. You can find some intuitive movement here. Maybe a three-legged dog if that's calling you. Just get some blood flow back into that left leg. Really nice. When you're ready, we just switch to the opposite side, moving so slowly here. Right knee lowers down to the right wrist. Now, your right shin doesn't have to be parallel with the top of the mat, but what I do want you to think about is this left hip. Instead of rolling open, it's going to roll down to the earth. Take a peek at your back leg. It's straight behind you. Fingertips tent as you create some space in the upper body. And then we exhale, fold. Gather any props that feel supportive here. And then let yourself just melt and get super curious about the sensations in your body. Soften the belly. Slacken your jaw. As you inhale, send your breath to the right hip crease. Exhale, soften around its edge. Meeting any sensation with compassion. If you're feeling those like tight cramps, what would it feel like to melt into them instead of tense up around them? It's this really subtle switch. You deserve rest. You deserve compassion. And your bleed is so sacred. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. You're doing amazing. Really nice. When you feel ready, gently begin to unravel from this pigeon. Plant the hands. Same thing on this side. You could find a 3-legged tabletop, maybe a 3-legged dog, just getting some blood flow into the right leg. Really nice. Okay, we're going to slow it down even more. Meet me back on your back. All right. Reclining super gently. Plant the feet to the wide edges of the mat. Let's come back to that first windshield wiper that we started with. Knees sweeping side to side. Maybe hands come back to the low belly. Might check in if there's any emotion that you have bubbling under the surface. Maybe it's super present. And just give yourself permission, or just a reminder that whatever you're feeling is okay. There's no need to change. You are perfectly whole and complete just as you are in this moment. You can stay with these windshield wipers, or on your next inhale, move towards your happy baby. Hands can come to the backs of your thighs, or peace fingers to big toe, maybe hands to the bottoms of your feet. Let your knees press down towards your armpits. You can pause here or explore some motion side to side. Feel a massage across your low back. Maybe bend and straighten one leg at a time. Fantastic. When you feel ready, we begin to set up for the final and most important pose or asana of the whole practice. This is our Shavasana. So if you have a blanket nearby, you might cover up. Maybe you take a pillow under your knees. Let your arms and legs reach long. Give yourself permission to take up space here. Eventually, the eyes flutter closed. On your next inhale, we inflate the low belly, fill it high up with your breath. Exhale, open mouth, sigh everything out. Let a softness wash across your forehead. It softens your inner ear, your jaw. The tongue releases from the roof of your mouth. With each exhale, your body surrenders a little bit more into the earth, signifying the death of this practice. This is your time to integrate and to melt into this sacred stillness of your bleed. Shavasana. Start to notice the breath. If you're able, maybe you even pause this video, allow yourself to continue resting in the Shavasana. If you're ready to carry the sacredness of your bleed off of the mat, start to gently wiggle the fingers and toes. Keeping your awareness on the space between your hips. This area of your body is intuitive, it's sacred. Even if it doesn't always feel that way, even if it feels painful or difficult sometimes, it's just information for us to notice. On your next inhale, reach the arms overhead, find a full body stretch. Good. As you exhale, roll to either side in your fetal position. Use the elbow and bicep as your pillow. Pausing for one more moment in this sacred stillness, and when you're ready, gently press your way up to Sukhasana or easy seat. Good. Option to bring hands to heart center. Take a deep, full inhale. Exhale, open mouth, sigh everything out. Option to bow forward in reverence to the lineage of this practice and to your bleed. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will hope to see you soon.